that's crazy. Like, they're gonna know how many pumps you're doing. Like if you're hitting like 30-40 pumps a minute and you're putting up double Dutch numbers and shit like that, like, hey, yo, what the bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then they're gonna send that information to your health insurance. And your health insurance is gonna be like, yeah, nah, we've been looking at your heart rate, bro. You're a gooner.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar Games, they plan to add an age verification system to GTA Online. Now, I know we live in a world where, you know, we feel like privacy is really either like very heavily treasured and protected, but also it's just like people are usually out there in the internet kind of doing their own thing, and a lot of that stuff, you know, that's how you get doxxed. You playing too much. That's all it is. You just playing too much. So Rockstar Games are gearing up to add age verification methods to Grand Theft Auto Online following the UK's implementation of the Online Safety Act. Sites and services such as Reddit, Twitter, Xbox, and more have to verify age of its users to make sure they are over 18 for certain content. Now, what's interesting about this, previous GameStop employee here, it is not up to you to decide what kids can and can't play. All right, you're not gonna ask a child, a 12-year-old child, to upload a photo of their driver's license, a photo of their California state ID. Are you stupid? What? I get that it's in the UK. All right, the UK is already going through its own kind of stuff. Listen, I can't speak on their parliament. I can't speak on none of their stuff. But this feels like crazy privacy violations. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I was 11 years old playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So there's absolutely no reason why I should have been playing that game, but also at the same time, these are gaming memories that you make over time. You know what I mean? Like Saints Row, Grand Theft Auto, you're playing, what is it? Liberty City, not Liberty Seas, Def Jam Vendetta, that was another one. What was True Crime Streets of LA, True Crime Streets of New York? I was not supposed to be playing these, bros. But the funny thing about that, I was mature. Well, sort of, kind of. I don't know. By the time I hit 12, 13, it really didn't matter. My mom was no longer helicopter parenting at that point. Neither was my dad, really. And I was just playing M-rated games just because I could get a hold of them. Like, I really did not have an issue going to my local GameStop buying M-rated games, because it was just one of those things where, like, if I needed, I don't think I've ever been asked, like, when I was a kid, like, rated M games really were not being like, oh, we really got to crack down on this until like 2008. And by that time, I was a grown ass man, bro. I'm 16, 17. How old was I in 2008? Let's see, 16, 17, right around there. Yeah, man, I had the mustache and the goatee going. Yeah, I'm walking in a GameStop. I'm buying an M-rated game like Monster Hunter or something like that. Like, they were giving me that shit, bro. I didn't have to worry about it. So, and then I hear it's also the, you know, gooner sites and stuff like that, bro. Some of those, like my man in the chat said, Lorenzo said, some of the gooner sites are blocked. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. That's why I have my VPN set to Canada. So the law passed in 2023, but only came into effect this week. In a short time of being active, it has already been heavily criticized for various reasons, such as privacy concerns. Other European countries are currently testing age verification before a wider rollout. This is crazy. I feel like we're getting to a point with like AI and having to, like, pretty soon we're gonna have like identification chips on our wrist or in our hands, or we're gonna have the Neuralink, bro. Like, there's gonna be a certain level of connection that you have to have in society in order to even function. Like, when you go to certain places and they ask you like, oh yeah, could you, like, if you're gonna do checking out, they don't take debit, credit, they don't take cash. Now you have to use your phone and take a picture of the QR code and pay through Apple Pay or Google Pay or whatever. And it's like, bro, first of all, I recently updated my iPhone. Neither of my cameras work, my front or my back camera. So I'm not paying shit with no fucking QR code. You can kiss the tip of my dick, okay? You're gonna take this motherfucking debit card, nigga. You're gonna take this credit card, and I'm getting the fuck up out of here, okay? So eventually we're just gonna get to a point where you're like waving your wrist over the fucking checkout counter at the grocery store, yeah, nah, they're gonna know, they're gonna be tracking you when you're gooning. That's crazy. Like, they're gonna know how many pumps you're doing. Like if you're hitting like 30-40 pumps a minute and you're putting up double Dutch numbers and shit like that, like, nah, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. And then they're gonna send that information to your health insurance, and your health insurance is gonna be like, yeah, nah, we've been looking at your heart rate, bro. You're a gooner. You're probably gonna live a much shorter life than everybody else, so we're gonna skyrocket your health insurance. You know what I mean? So, nah, that shit is crazy. So. That shit is crazy. Let's see. According to Rockstar Games insider and data miner Tez2, Rockstar are officially working on an age verification for GTA Online to abide by law. The reputable data miner states that age assurance checks will be coming in the near future, but no time frame has been given. The verification will also be rolled out by region depending on the laws. And let me tell you something, if there's going to be an anti-gooning law because you're 17 and you can't get on the hub, bro, you can't access the fans, bro, like that shit is because you can't access the internet until you sweat. Like, just think about that. You come home after a long day of work, right? After a long day of school, after just a long day period, having one of the worst days ever. You're just trying to get one out, right? You're just trying to knock it back real quick. And you got to take your school ID and you gotta open up you gotta take it out of your wallet, and then you gotta swipe it in a card reader or just so you can goon. Crazy work, bro. Sometimes technology goes too far, and I genuinely believe technology has gone too fucking far, bro. That shit is crazy. Let's see. You may need to pass age verification to access GTA Online at all, as there are text strings saying verify your age to access Grand Theft Auto Online, and you must meet the minimum age requirement to access GTA Online. I feel like actually, matter of fact, I heard something very similar about how like Visa and MasterCard don't want to be able to be used for X-rated material and like adult content and stuff like that, including adult video games like on Steam. So they're taking a bunch of stuff down because Visa and MasterCard don't want to, we're trying to protect the children. What children have access to Visa and MasterCard? Like really, like, use our brains here. Like, what is going on? Like, now you're stopping me from accessing gooning games? You're crazy. Not even so much gooning games. That's just the start, right? Gooning is just the start. After that, it's going to be like M-rated games. It's going to be adults only games and stuff like that. Man, like 10, 15 years ago, well, I guess 20 years ago at this point, when certain games would come out, there was a chance that like if it was so mature, it would get an adults only rating and it couldn't be sold in certain stores. Like, you had to buy it and import it off like online. There was like certain online retailers that specialized in only selling AO rated games. And it's like, okay, cool. If we're gonna set up a rating system, right, to where we have to abide by that, don't have an issue when me as an adult wants to buy a goon game. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? What the fuck are we talking about? Like, age verification is one thing, but my whole payment system not allowing me to purchase games because it's over 18 material. I'm a 30-year-old man. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Like, man, if you don't shut up and take this motherfucking money, bro, and let me goon in peace, god damn, niggas always trying to ruin some shit, man. So it can also restrict certain access to certain features in text strings found by Tez2. Let's see, what is it? He can see what features will require you to be over 18 and have your age verified. In-game phone text, Snapmatic, text chat. That's crazy. How age verification will work: users will be prompted to scan the QR code with your phone or visit a website. How sketchy is that? To complete the age rating process. In order to verify their age, users in the UK have to take photos of themselves and upload it to a service that uses AI to guess their age, or send in photos of IDs such as passports or driving license. That is crazy, bro. There is so many implications of weird shit because first of all, let's not act like these AI bots aren't wrong a ton of the time, bro. They're wrong a ton of the time, okay? That's first. Let's start there. Secondly, you're collecting a database of photos of minors. A photo database of minors. Let that sink in for a second. Hold on. A photo database of minors, my nigga. Like, we're cooked. We are cooked. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. I've never heard something so asinine in my life. Some age verification services have been easily tricked by video game character model screenshots, but others are less foolproof. VPNs have also been used by many people to access sites that have put in age verification. So far, this has been effective for most people wanting to dodge the age check process. And that's going to be crazy. When they have to verify, they got to call your ISP. Hey, Billy is about to goon. Shut it down. What the fuck? I'm 14 in the strip club on Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, you think... Brother, they're going to shut your console off. Shut it off. Matter of fact, brick the whole thing. Brick the console because I'm bricked up. That's crazy, brother. Oh no, we're on a slippery slope, man. We're on a slippery slope, and I really hate to see it. I really hate to see it. So there goes your Call of Duty. There goes your Battlefield. Shit, there goes portions of your Fortnite gaming. Like, it's not happening, bro. It's not happening. Like, we are so screwed. And you hate to see it. Red Dead 3, yeah, you're not playing that. Grand Theft Auto 6, yeah, you're not playing that. Mass Effect, oh, yeah. Let's not even get into how you're giving Garrus backshots. Pause, okay? It's just not happening, bro. Lap dances in video games. Like, where does it stop? You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you're going to be hitting mature rated TV shows. I got to show age verification to watch a rated R movie in my own house? Yeah, no, you're bugging. You're bugging. The UK is a little, yeah, no, they're fucking gone, okay? Fucking weirdos, man. Anyway, bro, that's it for that. We can stop talking about gooning because it's a little uncomfortable. Hey, you know what's so funny? You know what? Maybe I'll put this on the Patreon. I'll talk about it on the Patreon for the Canada Culture episode tomorrow. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. Battlefield 6 got a couple of new trailers. Since the last time I streamed. We got